Welcome to today's story. This is a powerful journey of struggle, hope, and transformation. Stay with me till the end because this story might just change the way you see life. My name is Ayan, and I have lived on the streets for as long as I can remember. Every day I sit at the same corner, holding out my hands, hoping someone will drop a few coins. People walk past me, some ignore me, some pity me, and a few throw money my way without even looking. I used to believe that this was my destiny, that my life would never change. One day, a well-dressed man stopped in front of me. Unlike others, he didn't just drop money and walk away. He looked at me carefully and asked, "Why are you begging?" I sighed and replied, "Because I have no choice. I have no money, no job, no skills. This is the only way I can survive." The man smiled slightly and said, "No one is born without choices. The problem is that you don't see them yet." I was confused. No one had ever spoken to me like this before. He sat down beside me and asked, "Do you really want to change your life?" I nodded. More than anything, I wanted to escape this life of misery. He then gave me the first lesson. The biggest mistake people make is waiting for help instead of helping themselves. I asked, "But how can I help myself? I have nothing." He picked up an empty plastic bottle near me and said, "This is something. If you collect bottles, old newspapers, or anything recyclable, you can sell them. It's not about what you don't have, it's about what you can do with what's around you." His words hit me hard. That day, instead of begging, I started picking up plastic bottles and scrap materials from the streets. By evening, I had earned more money than I usually got from begging. The next day he came back. He asked me how much I had made, and when I told him, he smiled. "Now, instead of spending it all, save half of it. Tomorrow, use that money to buy something small, like biscuits or water bottles, and sell them instead of collecting scraps." I followed his advice. With the little money I saved, I bought a small pack of biscuits and started selling them near a bus stop. People actually bought from me, and in a few days I had made twice as much money as before. A week later, when he returned, I told him everything. He nodded and said, "Now you have learned another lesson. Money grows when you use it wisely." Step by step, he guided me. He taught me how to talk to people, how to manage my earnings, and how to reinvest. Soon, I was selling more items, and within a month, I had saved enough to rent a small stall. Months passed. My business grew. I was no longer a beggar. I was a businessman. The same people who once ignored me now greeted me with respect. One day I asked him, "Why did you help me?" He smiled and said, "Because years ago I was just like you. Someone gave me advice, and now I am passing it on." The real change begins when you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as a fighter. That day I promised myself that whenever I saw someone struggling, I would do the same for them. Because sometimes all it takes is one person to show you the way and one small step to change your life forever. Thank you for watching, listening. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more motivational stories. See you in the next one.